33 years after his passing, Michael Landon remains a memorable figure in the entertainment industry. His incredible range of talents and ability to capture audiences with his magnetic on-screen presence left a lasting impact on television and film. Known for his roles in shows like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, Landon's distinctive persona and warmth connected deeply with fans. His legacy as a beloved actor endures, but recently, his daughter has opened up in a way that sheds light on some lesser-known aspects of his life. Finally, she confirms what many had long suspected and speculated about him. This revelation is stirring emotions and sparking conversations, but more than that, it brings new insights into the man behind the beloved characters. Michael Landon was known for his incredible talent and charm, having graced the television screens for decades. However, behind the scenes, his life was marked by deep personal struggles that remained hidden from the public eye. His fame and success could not mask the pain he carried within. For many years, the world saw him as the charming and wholesome star of shows like Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. Yet, the truth was far from the public image he had carefully crafted. Years after his death, his daughter, Cheryl Landon, revealed the painful events that shaped her father's life. Michael's childhood was far from idyllic. Growing up in an environment marked by emotional neglect, he struggled with a sense of abandonment and emotional isolation. His father was absent, and his mother was often emotionally distant. This lack of a stable, loving home left lasting scars on Michael. As he rose to fame, his personal life remained troubled. His relationships were marked by tumult, including 3 marriages, all of which ended in divorce. Despite his success, he could never fully overcome the personal demons that haunted him. His struggles with depression and a sense of unfulfillment were kept hidden from the public for most of his life. The tragic events that shaped Michael's life were largely unknown to the public. His daughter's revelations painted a picture of a man who, despite his fame, was deeply lonely and struggled with personal issues that were never addressed. Michael Landon's life, although filled with success and adoration from fans, was ultimately one of personal turmoil, which he kept well hidden from the spotlight. Born Eugene Maurice Orowitz on October 31, 1936, in the Forest Hills neighborhood of New York, Michael Landon faced a difficult childhood shaped by the struggles of his family. His father, Eli Maurice Orowitz, was a Jewish-American actor, while his mother, Peggy O'Neill, was an Irish-American Roman Catholic. Growing up in a mixed religious household presented unique challenges for Michael, as he navigated the complexities of these cultural differences. His parents had a turbulent relationship, and they eventually divorced when Michael was still a young child. This separation left a lasting impact on him, contributing to the emotional and financial hardships that marked his early years. Despite these struggles, Michael showed a remarkable resilience that would later serve him well in his acting career. As a teenager, he faced further difficulties when he was often teased for his appearance and his last name. Landon, who had been a shy and somewhat awkward child, turned to sports and later acting as ways to gain confidence and deal with the challenges he encountered. His passion for acting started in high school, where he began to find solace in drama and sports. Through these outlets, Michael began to develop the self-assurance that would eventually lead him to become one of the most beloved actors of his time. Though he grew up in a challenging environment, these hardships were pivotal in shaping Michael Landon into the determined, compassionate man who would go on to have a successful career in television, with shows like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven that resonated deeply with audiences. His early life struggles became a part of his story, providing a source of empathy that he brought to his roles, and ultimately contributing to the lasting legacy he left behind. At the age of 4, Michael Landon and his family relocated to the small suburban town of Collingswood, New Jersey, in 1941. This move marked a significant chapter in Landon's life, as it is where he spent much of his formative years. Growing up in Collingswood, Landon was deeply influenced by his family and the tight-knit community around him. During his time in New Jersey, he also embraced his Jewish heritage, a part of his identity that would stay with him throughout his life. One of the key moments of his early life was his bar mitzvah, which he celebrated at Temple Beth Shalom, a Jewish place of worship in his community. This event was a significant rite of passage, marking his coming of age within his faith. The experience in Collingswood played a crucial role in shaping the person Michael Landon would later become, both as an individual and as an actor. His early years in New Jersey gave him the foundation of values, community, and faith, which would remain integral to his character as he grew older. The connection to his heritage, marked by his bar mitzvah celebration, was an important part of his upbringing, providing him with a sense of belonging and identity that influenced his later work and public life. Growing up, Michael Landon faced significant challenges due to his mixed heritage. His background led to bullying and harsh treatment from his peers. Landon endured anti-Semitic taunts, which added to his feelings of isolation. These early experiences were painful and left lasting marks on his youth. He was often singled out not only for his ethnic background, but also for being a straight-A student, something that further distanced him from his classmates. His academic success, rather than being a source of pride, became another reason for ridicule. As a result of this constant bullying, Landon was labeled as a loner. His social life was limited, and he struggled to fit in with his peers. Instead of participating in group activities, he found solace in solitary pursuits. He would often escape into the pages of comic books, finding comfort in the fictional worlds they offered. Long walks also became a regular part of his routine, providing him with the opportunity to clear his mind and reflect on his struggles. These formative years of bullying and isolation shaped Landon's character and outlook on life. Despite the pain he faced, he persevered and eventually used his experiences to fuel his acting career, where he became known for his strong, independent characters. The challenges he faced growing up did not define him, but instead gave him the resilience and determination to succeed. Michael Landon's early life was marked by significant emotional challenges due to his mother's struggles with mental health. As a young boy, he faced the difficult reality of watching his mother battle severe depression and suicidal thoughts. She was often in a state of despair, and her mental health issues created an unstable environment in the household. Michael, in his youth, felt a deep responsibility to care for her, taking on the role of a caretaker at a very young age. He had to deal with the emotional toll of witnessing his mother's struggles, which shaped his personality and worldview. Despite his own challenges, Michael often found himself trying to prevent her from taking her own life, doing everything he could to comfort and protect her. This added layer of emotional strain made his childhood anything but easy. His mother's mental health issues left a lasting impact on him, but it also developed in him a sense of resilience and empathy, qualities that would later define his career and personal life. Michael Landon was known for his remarkable acting career, but his early life was not without its challenges. While most children of his age were carefree, Michael faced significant personal struggles that shaped his life. During a family vacation at the beach, he once saved a young girl from drowning. This act of heroism was a defining moment in his early years, showing his inherent sense of responsibility even at a young age. However, his childhood was also marked by the strain of his mother's health condition, which had a profound impact on him. The stress from witnessing his mother's ongoing health battles took a physical toll on Michael, leading to issues that would persist into his teenage years. One of the more difficult experiences he faced was the involuntary bedwetting, a symptom of the anxiety and stress he endured. This challenge, which many young people grow out of, persisted for Michael well into his adolescence, adding a layer of complexity to his formative years. Despite these struggles, Michael Landon went on to become one of the most beloved actors of his time, with his early experiences perhaps influencing the depth of the characters he portrayed on screen. Michael Landon faced a deeply embarrassing and traumatic experience during his childhood that left a permanent scar on his heart. His mother, in an attempt to discipline him, likely thought humiliating him would solve his problem. She took a moment of vulnerability and turned it into an act of public shame. After Michael had an accident, she gathered the soiled sheets and hung them outside the window for everyone to see. This act of humiliation included not only neighbors, but also his classmates, making it one of the most embarrassing moments of his life. The shame he felt in that moment stayed with him for years, and became a painful memory that he later incorporated into his autobiographical TV movie The Loneliest Runner. This film allowed him to express the emotional impact of that experience and the lasting effect it had on his life. The trauma from this event resonated with him throughout his career, highlighting the vulnerability and struggles he faced growing up. The atmosphere in Michael Landon's home was often draining. His mother's aggression was directed not only at him but also towards his father and older sister Evelyn. This created an environment full of tension and hostility. His father, unable to control his wife, watched as her behavior grew more and more oppressive. She became increasingly focused on her own family, distancing herself from her immediate family members. This shift added to the strain within the household. Over time, everyone in the home became exhausted by her toxic presence. The constant negativity wore down the family members, making their living situation difficult and emotionally taxing. As a result, the dynamics in the Landon household were marked by a sense of weariness and frustration. Finding peace in solitude became a vital coping mechanism for Michael Landon, helping him deal with the painful circumstances of his life. He often withdrew from the harsh realities surrounding him. This withdrawal was not merely an escape. It allowed him to create a personal world where he could find solace. In this imaginative structure, he crafted scenarios that provided him comfort, where he could be the person he always wanted to be, and where he was noticed and appreciated by others. By envisioning a reality free from the sources of his pain, Landon transformed his struggles into a narrative that empowered him. He filled his mind with stories that pushed past the darkness, creating characters and situations that reflected his desires for understanding and acceptance. This imaginative exercise became a refuge, offering a safe space far removed from the challenges he faced daily, allowing him to navigate through life with a sense of hope and purpose. His ability to create this world reveals the strength of the human spirit to seek out peace, even amid suffering, showcasing how imagination can serve as a powerful tool for coping. Through this imaginative process, he turned his isolation into a source of strength, finding meaning in a world that often felt unkind. The sanctuary he built in his mind not only shielded him from his struggles, but also became a source of inspiration for his work, as he shared stories that resonated with many, ultimately inviting others into the unique world he cherished. Growing up, Michael Landon faced significant challenges in his relationship with his mother. During a 1987 interview with Redbook magazine, he opened up about his childhood experiences and described his mother as mentally unstable. His words painted a vivid picture of a tumultuous home life marked by emotional and physical turmoil. Landon shared that his mother, at times, would behave violently towards him. He referred to her as a stabber, a kicker, and a wacko, capturing the distress he felt in those moments. He remarked that she often sat on the sofa in her nightgown, a symbol of her unhappiness and disarray. In those moments of personal struggle, she would hold a Bible and plead with God to end his life. These memories likely left a profound impact on him, shaping both his character and future interactions. The raw honesty Landon displayed in recounting these experiences illustrates the complex dynamics in families that can affect individuals throughout their lives. The challenges he faced in his early years may have informed his acting and writing, allowing him to connect with audiences on a deeper, more emotional level. Life's difficulties can shape a person's journey in significant ways, and Landon's reflections served as a testament to his resilience despite the darkness of his past. Cheryl Landon's book, I Promise My Dad, reveals a unique aspect of Michael Landon's childhood. During the summer, he often chose to spend his days in a cave, seeking refuge from the pressures of his life. This retreat allowed him to escape not only from the sun but also from the unpopularity he faced in high school. Landon felt deeply haunted by this lack of acceptance, which influenced his behavior significantly. Instead of trying to fit in or excel academically, he made a conscious decision to fail. This choice transformed him from a diligent scholar into a class clown. His repressed emotions found an outlet, and he became known as a hair-raiser among peers. His grades suffered considerably as a result of this shift, but Landon found a way to turn his focus toward sports. This change provided him with an avenue to showcase his physical talents, allowing him to excel in an area where he felt more confident and accepted. His journey through these challenges shaped his character in profound ways and set the stage for his future successes. Despite graduating from high school near the bottom of his class, he found remarkable success in athletics. His skill in the javelin throw set him apart from his peers. In 1954, he achieved an impressive toss of 193 feet and 4 inches, which was a record-breaking distance at the time. This remarkable feat demonstrated not only his physical talent, but also his determination and dedication to his sport. His javelin record earned him an athletic scholarship to the University of Southern California, which opened new doors for his future. This scholarship allowed him to further his education and pursue his athletic interests on a larger stage. Even though academics were not his strong suit, his physical abilities showcased his potential and provided a pathway that would shape the trajectory of his life. The scholarship was a turning point, leading him towards opportunities that would later play a significant role in his journey to becoming a well-known actor. It wasn't long before his ill luck struck again as Michael Landon faced a major setback during his freshman year in college. His hopes and dreams of a successful life in California came to a sudden halt when he struggled with the javelin event, a sport in which he had previously excelled during high school. The pressure mounted as his scholarship was at stake. Determined to prove himself and regain his prior performance, Landon pushed himself to throw at his previous range. Unfortunately, his efforts led to a serious injury. He ended up tearing a ligament, which sadly marked the end of his athletic aspirations. This injury not only affected his physical capabilities, but also shifted his focus, paving the way for him to pursue an acting career instead. The dark cloud of an injury transformed into an unexpected opportunity as Landon's life took a new direction, allowing him to discover his true passions and talents in a different field. After the tragic incident, Landon made the decision to continue his studies. He enrolled in a college where he hoped to find a new direction and purpose. However, at the end of his freshman year, the challenges and pressures of academic life led him to leave college for good. Once again, he found himself retreating to his dream world, a place he called solace, which offered him a mental escape from his struggles. In order to make ends meet during this difficult time, Landon took on several odd jobs. He found himself selling blankets, a task that required him to interact with people and help them find what they needed. Additionally, he worked as a stock boy, organizing and managing inventory, which also kept him busy. Moreover, he unloaded freight cars at a warehouse. This job was physically demanding, and he hoped that it would aid in the healing of his injured arm. Unfortunately, the relief he sought did not come from these efforts, leaving him to navigate the challenges of life while still holding on to his aspirations for the future. During his early life, Michael Landon had quite a variety of jobs before he became a famous actor. The experiences he had shaped him in unexpected ways. He took on a babysitting job, which helped him learn about responsibility and caring for others. Later, he found work at a soup factory, where he spent time in a bustling environment, understanding the importance of teamwork. His journey continued as he worked in a ribbon factory. It was at the ribbon factory that a significant opportunity came knocking. A coworker needed a partner for an audition scene for Warner Brothers. Although Landon had never considered acting as a career before this moment, he embraced the chance to showcase his talent. Taking that leap of faith transformed his life entirely. That single audition opened doors for him in the entertainment world, leading him on a remarkable path to becoming a beloved star known for his memorable roles. His willingness to seize that chance marked the beginning of an incredible journey in acting and storytelling, inspiring many along the way. While working at the ribbon factory, Michael Landon discovered a fascination for acting. Each day, as he watched performers create magic on stage, he felt a spark inside him that ignited a strong passion for the entertainment industry. It was not just the thrill of acting that inspired him, but also the creativity and storytelling that came with it. Despite his growing love for the craft, Landon faced the reality of needing a job to support himself. With his high IQ and strategic thinking skills, he sought employment that would allow him to remain close to the world of film and television. This led him to find work at a gas station near Warner Brothers studio. Being so close to such a hub of creativity allowed him to meet others who shared his interests. Landon would often observe the bustling life of Hollywood, eagerly learning about the industry around him. This combination of passion and practical work helped shape his early days as he pursued his dreams. The experiences he gained during this time laid a strong foundation for his future successes in acting, where he would eventually become a beloved figure in television and film. While working a gas station job, Michael Landon made a decision that would change his life. He believed being closer to Warner Brothers Studios would give him a better chance of being discovered. He knew that visibility was essential in the entertainment industry, so he took the risk of working at the gas station in hopes of increasing his chances of being seen by someone important. His strategy paid off when luck came his way. One day, as he went about his duties, a studio executive stopped by. This executive was struck by Landon's appearance and charisma. Rather than just filling up tanks, Landon was creating a moment that would shape his future. The executive saw potential in him and encouraged him to pursue formal training in acting. This pivotal encounter led Landon onto a path that would ultimately make him a beloved figure in television and film. The decision to work at the gas station became a key turning point in his career. Inspired by encouragement from those around him, Landon decided to embark on a journey to Hollywood, where dreams are made. He faced many challenges along the way, especially balancing his studies with the pursuit of acting. But Landon was filled with passion and determination, which pushed him forward. To support himself, he took on odd jobs, showcasing his work ethic and resilience. One notable job he held was as a lifeguard. This role was not just a means of income, It became a defining moment in his life. In a brave act, Landon saved a child from drowning, which not only highlighted his heroism, but also his commitment to helping others. His experiences in Hollywood were not always easy, and he struggled to make ends meet while trying to break into acting. However, Landon's dedication and ability to overcome difficulties helped lay the foundation for a successful career in entertainment, making him a beloved figure in film and television. As he navigated through this challenging time, his spirit remained unbroken, popping up as he immersed himself in the vibrant world of Hollywood. In the process of self-discovery and reinvention, Landon, who was born Eugene Maurice Horowitz, adopted a new identity by embracing the name Michael Landon. This name change was part of his journey toward finding himself and pursuing his true passions. Growing up, he faced many challenges that shaped his character and determination. With a strong desire to succeed in Hollywood, he encountered numerous setbacks and rejections. Despite these difficulties, Landon remained committed to his dream. He worked hard, auditioning for a variety of roles, and slowly started to make a name for himself in the acting world. His early experiences included being typecast and struggling to find significant roles. However, he persevered, learning about the industry and refining his craft along the way. This persistence eventually led to prominent roles in television series that showcased his talents and appealed to audiences. Landon became a beloved figure, leaving a lasting impact on the entertainment industry through his work and the characters he portrayed. Over time, he not only found success, but also embraced the artistic expression that came with his new identity, solidifying his legacy in Hollywood. Determination drove Michael Landon through his early years in Hollywood. Despite facing numerous setbacks and heartbreaking rejections, he didn't give up on his dreams. His relentless pursuit of roles showed his commitment to the acting profession. He auditioned for any part he could find, embracing even the less prestigious B pictures that many would overlook. Each rejection only fueled his desire to prove himself. Alongside acting, he also explored a music career, showcasing his versatility. With an unwavering spirit, he made the most of every opportunity that came his way. His dedication led him to significant roles that resonated with audiences, helping to establish a lasting presence in the entertainment world. Over time, this persistence not only showcased his talent, but also solidified his reputation as a formidable actor. Every audition was another chance to succeed, and Michael Landon's journey exemplified the essence of resilience in the pursuit of dreams. Finally, in 1957, Landon's life turned around when he secured his first big break in Hollywood. He got a lead role in the movie I Was a Teenage Werewolf. This film was a significant turning point in his career. At that time, he was a young actor trying to find his place in a competitive industry. The role allowed him to showcase his acting skills and capture the attention of audiences and producers alike. As the movie gained popularity, it quickly became a cult classic, helping to pave the way for Landon's rise to fame. His performance resonated with viewers, marking him as an actor to watch. This success opened many doors for him, leading to various television roles that would solidify his position in the entertainment world. With this breakthrough, Landon was no longer just an aspiring actor. He was on the path to becoming a well-known figure in Hollywood, appearing in several successful series and films over the following decades. In 1959, Landon's career took a remarkable turn when he became an original cast member of the hit television show Bonanza. This show became a staple of American television and significantly shaped Landon's legacy. He assumed the role of Little Joe, a character that resonated with audiences across the nation. His portrayal of Little Joe, with his charming smile and adventurous spirit, made him a beloved figure on the show. This role was more than just acting. It was a turning point for Landon, paving the way for his future successes. As the series progressed, he not only gained fame but also established himself as one of the most popular and highest-paid actors in television history. Bonanza showcased Landon's talent and the depth he brought to his character, capturing the hearts of many viewers. Little Joe's adventures dealt with themes of family, loyalty, and the challenges of frontier life, which further engaged the audience and solidified Landon's place in television history. While filming the 13th season of the popular Western series, a tragic event occurred that changed everything for the cast and crew. Michael Landon, known for his strong on-screen presence, shared a special bond with his co-actor Dan Blocker, who portrayed his brother on the show. Their chemistry helped define the series, making it a beloved part of many people's lives. However, during this season, Dan Blocker had to undergo gallbladder removal surgery at Daniel Freeman Hospital. Unfortunately, complications arose when a blood clot formed during the procedure. This clot traveled to his lungs, causing his heart to stop. Despite the efforts of the medical team, they could not revive him in time. The heartbreaking loss of Dan Blocker at just 43 years old left a significant void, not only in the show, but also in the lives of those who worked with him. The atmosphere on set changed as everyone mourned the loss of a dear friend. The filming came to a halt, as Dan's absence was deeply felt by his family, friends, and colleagues, marking a somber chapter in the series' history that would never be forgotten, altering the trajectory of the show, and impacting many lives. Amidst the devastating news, Michael Landon, known for his warmth and humor, tried to lighten the heavy atmosphere on set as his colleagues grieved. His ability to find laughter even in dark times offered a brief respite from the sorrow that enveloped the cast and crew. Yet, despite his efforts, the loss of Dan, a cherished friend and colleague, had a profound impact on Landon himself. While he aimed to uplift others, he battled his own feelings of grief privately. The death of Dan created a palpable sadness that lingered on the set of Bonanza, influencing the tone of the remaining episodes. As filming continued, it was clear that the spirit of the show had changed. The camaraderie that once filled the air was now tinged with melancholy. Fans of Bonanza couldn't help but notice the shift in the show, as Landon's inner turmoil filtered through each scene. Eventually, the show could no longer go on, leading to its untimely end after only one more episode. Landon's heartfelt tribute to his friend reflected the deep connections formed in the world of acting, showcasing how loss resonates within the hearts of those left behind. After a decade of success, tragedy struck Michael Landon once more. At the end of Highway to Heaven, a project that showcased their strong collaboration, his dear friend and co-star Victor French faced an unexpected turn of events. French, beloved for his role alongside Landon, sadly succumbed to lung cancer at the age of 54. This diagnosis took everyone by surprise, as he had only learned of his illness just 3 months before his death. Landon and French first forged their deep friendship during the filming of the first season of Bonanza. Their bond grew over the years, enriched by shared experiences both on and off the set. The loss was a heavy blow for Landon, who had already faced personal challenges in his life. The impact of French's death echoed through not just Landon's life, but also among fans and those who worked with them. The legacy of their friendship and the memorable performances they created together continue to resonate with audiences, reminding everyone of the strong connection they shared throughout their careers in television. While discussing the impact of alcoholism and the sudden death of his father, it is important to note the emotional weight these events carried for Michael Landon. The intertwining of family struggles and addiction was a significant theme in Landon's life. His co-star, Lauren Grassel, sheds light on Landon's battle with alcoholism through her memoir, which highlights the pervasive nature of addiction. In 1959, Landon's life changed forever when his father suffered a severe heart attack, leading to his unexpected death. This tragic event disrupted the ordinary moments they shared, like enjoying lunch at the restaurant where his father worked beside a theater. The abruptness of his father's passing left Landon grappling with profound grief. This loss reshaped his outlook on life and influenced his work in Hollywood. He often reflected on how personal tragedies impacted his creativity and performances. The combined weight of alcoholism and paternal loss deeply affected him, molding him into both a revered actor and a complex individual. The devastating news of Michael Landon's father's unexpected passing left a deep mark on his life, filling him with overwhelming grief. This loss made Landon confront the harsh reality of mortality. He struggled with the unsettling thought that he too might face an early death like his father. In her book, I Promised My Dad, Landon's daughter shares how he faced this pain. To cope, Landon often turned to humor. He created comedy routines that reflected his inner struggle, even mimicking the symptoms of a heart attack in a light-hearted manner. However, beneath this comedic facade was a man profoundly affected by his loss. His heart ached not only for his father, but also held a sense of responsibility towards his family. Landon's use of humor was a way to mask the pain while trying to navigate the complex emotions stemming from his father's death. Thus, this blend of grief and comedy defined a significant period in Landon's life, illustrating how we sometimes hide our struggles behind laughter and lightheartedness, even when our hearts are breaking. Recognizing the weight of family ties, Michael Landon took on the responsibility of honoring his father with a proper farewell. This act showed his deep sense of duty and respect for family. He did not stop there. Landon committed himself to support his mother and sister financially throughout his life. His willingness to shoulder such obligations reflected his character and love for them. He made sure they were included in his will, highlighting his ongoing commitment even in death. Despite the tragic events in his life, Landon faced the challenges that came with balancing his career in acting. Returning to the set of Tom Dooley was particularly difficult for him. He described that experience as one of the most disastrous jobs he had ever undertaken. A series of unforeseen mishaps during the production caused him significant distress, leaving an emotional mark on him. Yet, through all these challenges, Landon's dedication to his family and the struggles in his professional life shaped his legacy as someone who valued responsibility deeply. Despite his image as a loving family man on television, particularly in shows like Little House on the Prairie and Bonanza, Michael Landon's real life was far more complicated. On screen, he was the epitome of warmth and family values, capturing hearts with his roles. However, in his personal life, he faced significant challenges. His first marriage to Dottie was a defining moment in his journey through life and relationships. This marriage, filled with youthful naivety, ended in divorce, which Landon later reflected on as a crucial learning experience. The pressures of fame and the demands of his career contributed to the strains in their relationship. As Landon navigated the complexities of his first marriage, he encountered difficulties that tested his understanding of love and commitment. After the end of this marriage, his second marriage came amidst swirling rumors, particularly regarding his involvement with a younger woman. These speculations highlighted the contrast between his public persona and private struggles. The challenges Landon faced were not just personal, but also intertwined with the expectations of being a celebrity. His experiences influenced both his professional and personal growth, providing insights into the realities of marriage and human connection. Despite the challenges in his early marriage, Michael Landon's experiences shaped his understanding of family life. His first marriage to Dottie was brief, lasting only 8 years. Before marrying Landon, Dottie had a son, and together they decided to adopt an infant son in 1960, cherishing their roles as parents. However, as time went on, their relationship faced difficulties. Landon found himself romantically involved with Marjorie Lynn, a divorced actress he met while working on the set of Bonanza. This secret affair contributed to the deterioration of his marriage, and Dottie believed that adopting another child might restore their bond. Despite her hopes, the couple's relationship could not be mended. Ultimately, their marriage ended in December 1962, marking a turning point in Landon's life. Although the end was painful, the lessons learned fueled his growth as both a husband and father in his subsequent relationships, allowing him to navigate the complexities of family with more insight and intention. During Michael Landon's second marriage, which lasted from 1963 to 1983, many challenges came to light. This period attracted significant media attention, particularly because of rumors regarding his supposed involvement with a younger woman. These rumors became sensationalized, making headlines in supermarket tabloids. Despite the gossip surrounding his personal life, Landon firmly denied that any infidelity was the reason for their split. Instead, he cited irreconcilable differences as the main factor behind their decision to end their marriage. He explained that the emotional and psychological issues that arose between him and his wife created a rift that became difficult to bridge. While he acknowledged the attraction to someone younger, Landon maintained that this was not the underlying cause of their divorce. The marital struggles he faced highlighted the complexities of relationships and the importance of addressing deeper issues rather than succumbing to external rumors and misunderstandings. This chapter in his life illustrates the challenges many face in sustaining long-term commitments amidst personal and external pressures. Amid their marital struggle, Michael Landon found solace in the arms of Cindy Clerico, a makeup artist. Their relationship blossomed quickly, creating a strong bond that brought him the stability and companionship he sought in his later years. Right from the start, Landon and Clerico had a deep connection, supported by a mutual understanding of life and a shared set of aspirations. This partnership was not only based on love, but also on respect for each other's careers. As they navigated the challenges of the entertainment industry, they ensured that they remained each other's biggest fans. Landon's marriage to Cindy was marked by happiness and fulfillment, offering him a sense of peace that was sometimes elusive in his earlier years. Their strong foundation allowed them to face the ups and downs of life together. Tragically, their joyful union lasted until he passed away in 1991, leaving behind fond memories of their life together. Despite facing difficulties in his personal life, Michael Landon remained a dedicated father to his 9 children from 3 marriages. His journey into fatherhood began with his first son, Mark, born in 1948 to his first wife, Dodie. Landon and Dodie married in 1956, and soon after, their family expanded when they adopted an infant son named Josh. However, as their relationship faced challenges, they ultimately divorced. Landon's devotion to his children never wavered, even as he navigated the ups and downs of life. After his marriage to Dodie, he married again and continued to embrace the role of father. Each child carried a piece of Landon's legacy, shaped by his intense love and commitment. Through his roles in television and film, he often portrayed strong family values, reflecting his deep understanding of the complexities of parenthood. His life story is a testament to the importance of family despite personal struggles, highlighting how he cherished every moment with his children. Mark, one of Michael Landon's sons, followed in his father's footsteps and pursued acting. Sadly, Mark passed away in 2009, leaving a legacy tied to his father's influential career in television. Josh, another son, opted for a very different life, choosing to stay away from the public eye and avoiding the limelight that often surrounded his father's fame. Michael Landon's first marriage to Dottie and subsequent marriage to Lynn produced a total of 5 children. Among them was Cheryl, whom Landon adopted from Lynn. His love for Cheryl was profound and unconditional. In 1992, she expressed her experiences and emotions growing up in their distinct family through her book titled, I Promised My Dad, which provides insight into the dynamics of their lives together. Cheryl's writing reveals both the joys and challenges of life with a prominent father, offering a glimpse into the warmth and complexity of their family bonds. This story reflects how Landon's legacy continues through his children and their varied paths in life. Together, Michael Landon and his second wife, Lynn, welcomed 4 children into their family. Their first child was a daughter named Leslie. Just like her father, Leslie Landon appeared in some episodes of the beloved show Little House on the Prairie. This connection to the show highlights the family's ties to entertainment and their father's legacy. Their second child, Michael Landon Jr., was named after his famous father. Following in Michael's footsteps, Michael Jr. pursued a career in the film industry, working as a writer, director, and producer. He was involved in several projects, including The Last Sin Eater and The Velveteen Rabbit. In addition to Leslie and Michael Jr., Michael and Lynn celebrated the births of 2 more children, Shauna and Christopher, which brought their total to 4. This tight-knit family shared a unique bond surrounding creativity and storytelling, continuing to carry the Landon name forward in the world of entertainment. His daughter Shauna ventured into acting, following in her father's footsteps. She found a role in the TV movie Little House Years and appeared in an episode of the original series Little House on the Prairie. This connection to the iconic series added a special significance to her career, showing how her father's legacy influenced her path in the industry. Meanwhile, Christopher carved out his own niche in Hollywood, making a name for himself as a writer, director, and producer of horror films. He gained recognition for his work on movies like Happy Death Day to You and We Have a Ghost. These films showcase Christopher's ability to blend humor and horror, appealing to a diverse audience. As the children of the talented Michael Landon, both Shauna and Christopher embraced the world of entertainment, each contributing uniquely to it. Their careers not only reflect their father's influence, but also demonstrate their individual talents and passions within the industry. Landon's last marriage produced only 2 children, Jennifer and Sean Landon. Jennifer is known for her successful career in acting, highlighted by her roles in notable TV shows like Yellowstone, and in soap operas such as The World Turns. Her impressive work in television earned her a remarkable 3-time Emmy Award, showcasing her talent and dedication to her craft. Meanwhile, Cheryl Landon, who was just 6 years old when Landon adopted her, shares fond memories of the immense love he lavished upon her from the first moment she entered his life. The Landon family cherished her as a precious member, welcoming her with open arms. Cheryl recalls their special bond, describing how her father treated her like a princess. Their relationship was built on deep mutual admiration and respect, forming a strong foundation that influenced their lives significantly. The Landon household was filled with love, values, and supportive relationships that shaped both Jennifer and Cheryl, illustrating the strength of family connections in Landon's legacy. Throughout her life, Cheryl Landon found a strong source of support and inspiration in her father, Michael Landon. He played an important role in encouraging her to pursue her goals. His unwavering belief in her capabilities stayed with her until his very last moments. However, their bond faced an immense challenge when tragedy struck. When Cheryl was just 19 years old, A devastating car accident in Tucson, Arizona, almost took her life. This terrible incident resulted in the loss of 3 lives and left Cheryl in a coma for 4 harrowing days. During this time, the family remained in a state of uncertainty, fearing the worst. The weight of the situation put Michael Landon in a heart-wrenching position as he grappled with the potential loss of his daughter. Despite the grim circumstances and the doctor's lack of hope for recovery, Cheryl's fierce spirit shone through, and she managed to survive the wreckage against all odds, even though her condition was grim. The experience deeply tested the strength of their relationship and highlighted the profound love and commitment between father and daughter. Having been convinced that she was gone, Landon, in his devastated state, flew to the Arizona hospital. His resilience and steadfast presence served as a ray of hope. Despite the medical professionals' announcement of hopelessness, Landon persisted in encouraging his daughter to fight for her life. Hands intertwined, Landon made a personal commitment with God. He vowed to do something significant with his life, something to make the world a little better because he had experienced deep pain. This moment defined Landon's character, showing how deeply he cared for his family and how he found strength in the face of despair. His determination to support his daughter reflected his overall approach to life. As he stayed by her side, he transformed his anguish into a mission for healing and hope. This chapter of his life greatly influenced his perspective and motivated him to impact those around him positively, reminding everyone of the power of love and the will to survive. Through his actions during this critical time, Landon embodied the spirit of resilience and compassion. In an interview on the 700 Club in 1982, Michael Landon shared a heartfelt story about his daughter Cheryl. He recounted a difficult time when she faced a serious health challenge, and he held a strong belief that she would overcome her struggles. His faith played a significant role in his life during this ordeal. Landon prayed fervently, asking for divine help and support for Cheryl. His prayers were answered as she showed remarkable strength and determination in fighting for her life. This experience profoundly impacted Landon, leading him to make a promise to God. In fulfilling that promise, he became the executive producer, director, and lead actor of a pilot movie based on the books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. The project, which became known as Little House on the Prairie, was a significant achievement. Upon its release, the pilot movie was so successful that NBC approved 13 additional episodes, allowing the series to premiere in September 1974, marking a joyful milestone in Landon's career and personal journey. Although Melissa Gilbert spent years playing Landon's on-screen daughter in the movie Little House on the Prairie, they forged a relationship outside the movies that evolved into a bond that extended beyond the boundaries of their professions. Gilbert said Landon was a guiding light in her life, providing her with support and encouragement during hard times. After the tragic loss of her father in 1976, Landon stepped into a father figure role. This was not just acting, it was genuine care and empathy that he offered her. Their families intertwined as they shared happy moments and challenges alike. Gilbert often expressed her admiration for Landon, highlighting not only his immense talent as an actor and director, but also his kind heart and wisdom. Landon became like a mentor to her, teaching important lessons about life, love, and resilience. Their bond built a sense of connection that transcended the professional realm, creating lasting memories and a deep affection that continued to resonate. In many ways, they became family, their lives intricately linked by shared experiences and mutual respect. After years of cherished family vacations and joyful New Year's Eve spent together, a meaningful bond developed between Gilbert and Landon. Their families shared many beautiful moments filled with laughter, illustrating the close friendship that blossomed over time. However, this strong connection faced a devastating turn. The unexpected revelation of Landon's affairs with Cindy Clerico brought an early end to their relationship. Gilbert found herself in a difficult position, trying to navigate her devotion to Landon while also maintaining her friendship with his wife, Lino. The distressing news about Landon's personal life deeply affected Gilbert, as she had viewed him as a mentor and a father figure. Suddenly, the image she held of him began to crumble. She felt a profound sense of disappointment, realizing that Landon, whom she admired and respected, was not the family-oriented man she once believed him to be. This transformation in her perception marked a painful chapter in her life, one that altered the way she saw him and the kind of person she thought he represented. While working together on Little House on the Prairie, Gilbert faced challenges in her relationship with Michael Landon. She found it hard to balance his public persona with the flawed individual he could be off-screen. This struggle left her at odds, especially after their personal disagreements surfaced. Despite their differences, Melissa aimed to maintain a professional and cautious demeanor around Landon. Their interactions became marked by a sense of formality and distance as they navigated a complex dynamic painfully affected by their past conflicts. In a bid to heal, she made the difficult decision to cut Landon out of her life completely for several years. Their relationship showed signs of strain and disconnection, with no communication during this period. However, time can mend relationships, and in 1990, at the wedding of Leslie Landon's daughter, Melissa and Michael reconnected. This reunion marked a significant moment, helping to clear the years of misunderstanding and hurt between them. While their earlier relationship was fraught with tension, this reunion offered a new beginning filled with hope for understanding each other better. The evolution of their interaction reflects the complexity of human relationships, particularly in the high-pressure world of television, where public images often mask personal struggles. Despite the tumultuous journey Landon and Gilbert faced, their reconciliation stands as a testament to the complexities of human relationships. Over the years, their fallout created a noticeable rift in how they interacted, impacting both their professional collaboration and personal exchanges. However, time seemed to mend some of the cracks. Gilbert, in later years, fondly remembered Landon not only for his remarkable acting skills, but also for his deep compassion. This perspective shows how even difficult situations can evolve into warm recollections. The love and trust that underpinned their relationship allowed for healing, highlighting how connections can influence individuals profoundly through both joyous and trying times. The legacy of Michael Landon remains strong in Gilbert's heart, cherished for the unwavering kindness he exhibited. Their story reflects the strength of bonds that persist despite challenges, offering a deeper understanding of the human experience and the enduring impact of meaningful relationships. During a skiing vacation in Utah, Michael Landon encountered a severe headache, which he initially thought was simply a migraine. This headache marked the beginning of a life-changing ordeal for him and his family. Just 3 days later, they were informed by doctors that he had been diagnosed with exocrine adenocarcinoma, an aggressive type of pancreatic cancer known for its low survival rate. The disease was already affecting the tissues and blood vessels surrounding his pancreas, leading medical professionals to declare that his cancer was inoperable and terminal. This devastating diagnosis turned Landon's world upside down, shattering the lives of those around him. As news of his illness spread, fans and friends rallied in support, showcasing the deep impact he had made as an entertainer. With such an aggressive illness, he faced immense challenges. Despite the grim prognosis, Landon approached his situation with courage, often using his public platform to raise awareness about cancer. His battle with this illness became a poignant chapter in his life, reminding many of the fragility of health and the preciousness of time spent with loved ones. Landon's legacy as an actor remained strong as he navigated his final days, intertwined with the love and support of family, leaving behind a profound influence that is still remembered today. Michael Landon, a beloved actor known for his roles in shows like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, faced significant health struggles during the later years of his life. He was open about the toll his unhealthy habits, such as smoking and drinking, took on his body. Landon admitted that these habits ultimately led to his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer, a disease that would claim his life at the age of 54. He was particularly affected by the death of his close friend, Victor French, who passed away from lung cancer. French's demise served as a wake-up call for Landon, and he made efforts to quit his smoking and drinking in an attempt to change his lifestyle. However, despite his best intentions, Landon was unable to fully break free from these habits, and his health continued to deteriorate. His battle with cancer, and the habits that contributed to it, remains a tragic chapter in his otherwise celebrated career. Despite the difficulties brought on by his illness, Michael Landon faced his cancer diagnosis with remarkable strength and resilience. He made a personal decision not to give in to fear or despair. In one specific interview, Landon expressed his determination to confront his condition head-on. He understood the situation demanded a choice between victory and defeat, and there was no room for hesitation in his mind. With this in mind, he opted for aggressive treatments to tackle his cancer. This included both chemotherapy and radiotherapy, approaches known for their intensity, but also their potential effectiveness against the disease. Landon's commitment to his treatment plan reflected his hope and fight against the illness. However, despite his relentless efforts and dedication to the treatments, he faced the harsh reality that the cancer continued to progress at a rapid pace. Throughout this challenging time, his spirit remained a testament to his character and his unwillingness to surrender to the disease. As Michael Landon's health deteriorated due to the progression of pancreatic cancer, he experienced significant weight loss and weakness, both common symptoms of the disease. Despite these physical challenges, Landon remained determined to maintain his strength and focus on his family. The support of his loved ones became central to his fight as they gathered around him, offering comfort, care, and emotional support. This sense of family was vital during his illness, helping him stay grounded through a difficult and painful time. Landon channeled much of his energy into spending precious moments with his family. He understood the importance of being present with them, cherishing every moment as the battle with his illness intensified. In addition to seeking treatment, Landon explored various medical options, hoping to find a cure. Throughout his journey, he remained hopeful and committed to the idea that, despite the odds, there was still a chance for recovery. Though the situation became increasingly difficult, Landon's unwavering resolve to fight, combined with the love and support of his family, kept him motivated to face each day. His courage and dedication to his loved ones left a lasting impact, showing that family can provide the strength needed to face even the toughest of challenges. Michael Landon, known for his roles in iconic television series such as Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, displayed an extraordinary level of resilience during his final years. His strength and determination through his battle with cancer were rooted in his deep faith in God and the unwavering support of his family. Landon's belief in a higher power played a crucial role in how he faced his illness, bringing him a sense of calm and acceptance. He often conveyed that he trusted in God's control over his destiny, which helped him navigate the physical and emotional challenges of his diagnosis. This deep conviction provided him with the fortitude to maintain his composure during difficult times. In an interview with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show on May 9th, Landon opened up about his battle with cancer, explaining how it had affected his daily life. He shared his personal perspective on how the illness had shifted his outlook, offering viewers a glimpse into the spiritual strength that guided him through this period. His conversation with Carson was a reflection of his calm demeanor and acceptance of life's trials, demonstrating his belief that everything happened for a reason under the guidance of a higher power. This unwavering faith, paired with a strong foundation of family support, allowed Landon to maintain his resilience in the face of illness, inspiring many who followed his journey. Michael Landon, known for his roles in popular TV shows like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, was not just an actor, but also a public figure who faced intense scrutiny from the press throughout his career. One of the most challenging aspects of his fame was the tabloid press, which often sensationalized his personal life. Landon was deeply upset by the false stories and misleading headlines that frequently appeared in these publications. In particular, he condemned the tabloids for fabricating details about his family, including false claims that he and his wife were trying to conceive another child. These stories, he believed, only added to the distress of his already difficult personal situation. During the latter part of his life, Landon was diagnosed with a serious illness, which further attracted media attention. Despite this, he remained determined to fight the disease, and publicly promised his fans that he would continue his battle. He urged his supporters to pray for his recovery, hoping for a speedy and positive outcome. However, the tabloids continued to publish exaggerated and untrue stories, further invading his privacy during an already difficult time. Landon's frustration with the media was evident, as he worked hard to maintain some semblance of privacy and dignity in the face of public scrutiny. This situation exemplified the pressures that many celebrities face when the media crosses the line between legitimate coverage and intrusive sensationalism. 12 days after his interview, Michael Landon underwent surgery for a near-fatal blood clot in his left leg. The surgery was successful, and he was able to recover. This medical emergency came shortly after a private interview he had in June, which was featured on the cover of Life magazine. In that interview, Landon spoke openly about his life, his family, and his profound struggle to stay alive. His battle with the blood clot was a personal and challenging experience, and the interview gave insight into the emotional and physical hardships he faced. Despite the difficulties, Landon remained positive and focused on his family, emphasizing the importance of perseverance through life's trials. The interview captured a vulnerable side of the actor, offering a glimpse into the man behind the beloved television roles he had portrayed for years. His words resonated with many as he expressed gratitude for his family and his determination to continue living despite the challenges he faced. Amidst the turmoil of his illness, Michael Landon realized that miscommunication might have caused him the opportunity to spend time with all of his children during his final weeks. Cheryl Landon, in her book, I Promised My Dad, recounted her regret over the misunderstanding that prevented her dad from spending quality time with his children before his demise. Despite the assurances from Cindy Clerico, Landon's partner, regarding the visitation arrangement with their father, the truth came too late, leaving Cheryl consumed by bitterness and anguish. The missed moments and unspoken words filled Cheryl with sorrow, as the painful realization dawned that circumstances beyond their control had stolen precious time from the family. This tragic miscommunication, rooted in well-intentioned but misguided promises, would remain a source of deep emotional turmoil long after Landon's passing. The impact of that lost opportunity would resonate through Cheryl's writing, as she reflected on the pain of not having those final moments with her father, a pain she would carry with her for years to come. On July 1, 1991, at the age of 54, Michael Landon passed away in Malibu, California, with his wife by his side. His death sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry, and fans were left mourning the loss of a beloved figure. Despite Landon's clear acceptance of his inevitable fate, his passing left an irreplaceable void in the hearts of many who had admired him for decades. Throughout his career, Landon had endeared himself to audiences across the world, becoming a household name through his roles in television series such as Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven. His performances were a mix of warmth, sincerity, and resilience, which resonated deeply with his fans. His tragic battle with cancer, which was publicized during the final months of his life, revealed a side of Landon that further endeared him to the public. He showed incredible courage in the face of his illness, and his battle became a symbol of his indomitable spirit. His strength and grace in those final days touched the hearts of millions, as they watched a man who had brought joy and inspiration to so many now confront his own mortality. In the wake of his death, tributes poured in from all corners of the world. Notably, former President Ronald Reagan honored Landon, emphasizing the immense impact that Landon's life and legacy had on both the entertainment industry and American society. Reagan's tribute highlighted not only Landon's achievements as an actor, but also his ability to inspire others through his work and personal strength. Michael Landon's legacy lives on in the hearts of those who grew up watching his shows. His enduring influence continues to be felt in the world of entertainment, and his example of grace, humility, and resilience remains a source of inspiration for many. At Michael Landon's funeral, 500 mourners, including former President Ronald Reagan and his wife Nancy, gathered to honor the late actor at a noon ceremony held at Hillside Memorial Park and Mortuary in Los Angeles. Melissa, Landon's daughter, was present, her heart heavy with sadness. She spoke about the profound impact her father had on the lives of those around him. She shared that he was incredibly special, always good-hearted, and a person who made everyone feel certain about where they stood with him. Gilbert, a close friend, reflected on how, in the years following Landon's passing, his memory lived on. Landon's contributions to American television ensured that his presence continued to resonate with many, even after his death. In his final days, Landon faced death with a sense of fulfillment, knowing that he had lived a life that left a lasting impression on everyone he encountered. The death of Michael Landon left a significant impact on his family, particularly on his children. The news of his passing was made public during a press conference held at his home, as reported by People magazine. In the wake of his death, his wife Cindy spoke candidly about the emotional turmoil that followed. Despite being very young at the time, their youngest son Sean frequently asked his mother why Daddy wouldn't come back. This question encapsulated the profound sadness and confusion that his children felt in those early days after Landon's passing. The entire family struggled to cope with the loss, and Cindy, in particular, found comfort in physical activity. She turned to the gym as a way to distract herself, attempting to manage her grief and keep her mind occupied during such a tough time. The emotional strain was evident as they all tried to navigate life without the beloved actor and father. The void left by Landon's absence was deeply felt by those who loved him, especially his children, who had to face the reality of growing up without him. Michael Landon, best known for his roles in popular TV shows like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, left behind an impressive fortune accumulated through his successful acting career, writing, and producing. Over the decades, Landon had built a name not only for his acting skills, but also for his work behind the camera. He earned substantial wealth, which was further amplified by his role as a writer and producer. Despite his on-screen persona as a devoted father, Landon took responsibility for his family, including his mother and sister. His family was well cared for financially, as he ensured that they were taken care of. However, as his health began to rapidly decline, Landon focused on settling his estate. The actor, known for his caring and responsible nature, was actively managing his wealth in preparation for what was to come. In his final years, Landon made sure that his family would be financially supported after his passing. Though his decline in health was swift, he had the foresight to set things in place, leaving his fortune to those closest to him. While his family grappled with his illness, Landon's estate planning ensured that his hard-earned wealth would be passed on to the ones he loved. The actor's financial legacy provided a solid foundation for his family to rely on after his death. His fortune, built over decades of hard work in Hollywood and beyond, was not just a symbol of his success in the entertainment industry, but also a demonstration of his commitment to securing his family's future. When Michael Landon, the beloved actor known for his roles in Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, he was only given a few months to live. Despite the rapid progression of his illness, Landon, being a deeply family-oriented man, took the time to ensure that his family would be financially secure after his passing. Landon had 9 children from his 2 marriages, and he wanted to make sure that they were treated fairly when it came to his wealth. He worked diligently on a plan to divide his fortune between his children, leaving each one an inheritance ranging between $8 million and $10 million. His decision was rooted in a desire to prevent any disputes or tensions among his children following his death. Landon understood the potential for conflict that can arise over inheritance, so he took the proactive step of recording a message. In this message, he made it clear that if any of his children contested his will, they would forfeit their share of the inheritance. This was a firm, final decision that left no room for ambiguity. Landon's widow, Cindy, confirmed this arrangement to People's Magazine, emphasizing that the children respected their father's wishes. Despite the circumstances surrounding his diagnosis and death, Landon was able to prepare his family for the future in a way that was meant to avoid any bitterness or disputes. His foresight in addressing the division of his wealth, while ensuring each child received a generous portion, was a testament to his love for them and his desire to maintain harmony even in his absence. The decision to leave clear instructions in the form of a recorded tape demonstrated his commitment to keeping peace among his children, and his widow's confirmation shows that his efforts were successful. Even though his death came swiftly, Landon was able to leave behind not just a legacy of acting but also one of careful planning and family unity. Michael Landon had 9 children from 3 different marriages, and 3 of them were adopted. Even though he was not their biological father, Landon never considered them any different from his other children. In a 1991 interview with People magazine, he shared his deep love and commitment to his adopted sons, saying, "They are my sons, not my adopted sons. They're sons, and I'll be their father until they die or I die." This powerful statement reflected the unconditional love he had for all of his children, regardless of their biological connection. His dedication to his family was evident, and he raised them with the same care and attention as any father would. Landon's attitude towards adoption showed the strength of the bond he had with his children and his belief in the importance of family. After Michael Landon's sudden passing, many details about his family and personal life started to surface. Landon had always been proud of his children, a sentiment he often shared openly despite his tumultuous past. Following his divorce from his first wife, Dottie Frazier, in 1962, Landon did not hesitate to speak publicly about his pride in his kids. This was an important part of his public image, as he was seen as a loving father. However, there was a complicated aspect to his family life that only came to light after his death. Jason Smith, a man who had once been adopted by Landon, and his first wife came forward after the actor's death, claiming a connection to Landon's family. Smith revealed that he had been adopted by Dottie Frazier and Michael Landon, but eventually given up for adoption again. Despite this, he felt a deep connection to the family and wanted to acknowledge his ties to Landon. The reaction from Landon's family was not welcoming. They were quick to dismiss Jason Smith's claims, suggesting that he had come forward only because of the inheritance. The family believed that his motivations were driven by financial gain, an accusation Smith vehemently denied. He stated that his intentions were not about money, but about reconnecting with the family he had once been a part of. His motives seemed more personal, rooted in a desire for recognition and closure after so many years of being apart from the Landon family. Why Jason Smith only came forward after Landon's death raises questions. Perhaps it was because Landon's passing marked the end of an era for his family, and it provided a window of opportunity for Smith to come forward without risking disrupting the family dynamic while Landon was alive. His decision to speak up after the actor's death could have been influenced by a desire to honor Landon's memory, or simply to finally make his presence known after years of silence. Regardless of his motivations, Jason Smith's claims remain a point of contention. His timing, especially in the wake of Landon's death, seems to suggest a complicated relationship between the actor's legacy, his family, and those who once had a place